Good morning. Welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd. Um, yeah, I haven't made my moves for the day yet. I keep moving like today is Saturday. It is already, it is a whole Friday. I don't know what's going on here, but I had a message for you today. The message is, well, it's a couple of pieces to the message. The first part is, keep going. So a lot of times we get hit with a brick wall or a closed door or whatever. But have you ever been to a school? They got like a row of doors for everybody to go out at like one time or whatever. Well, not the elementary school, but they got two sides. But still, it's more than one door at every school, I'm thinking, right? At one of the schools that my kids went to, they had like a bay of doors, like 8, 10 doors. Got to push all them joints. Just try to handle. Keep checking it, because that first one might not be the one, but it's possible the one on the end is going to open. Just keep going. Keep trying. File the appeal. Whatever they deny you for, make sure you know why they denied you, and then call them up and say, hey, but X, Y, and Z, can we reconsider this? Credit card companies have reconsideration lines. Not every one of them has a line specifically for that, but some of them do have what's called a reconsideration line, which means you get to call them and say, I see my application was kicked back, but I need you to check. So an actual human being will go back and check the file and say what happened. And it could be just, a piece of information was mistranslated or didn't get submitted, and then bam, it's fixed. But you don't know that because you didn't check. You got to double back and check. So keep trying, whatever it is. If you apply for the card and you don't get it, and this message is not just about credit, but there's usually the places where you get denials and stuff. But the first one says no, you can't have the account. Check what bank that credit card comes from. They all drawn on somebody's bank. Like a lot of the consumer cards are either Synchrony or Comenity Bank or I can't think of another one right now, but they all backed by some bank, right? So if the Synchrony people don't like you, like let me see, we got TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and that whole family is Synchrony. Lowe's is Synchrony. Like Home Depot uses Citibank, I think. But you need to know who's behind the people that's giving you the denial, and maybe don't go with that route. Go to a different place, like Lowe's, Home Depot. They different banks and they're different companies, but they pretty much do the same thing. So if that company says no, like Home Depot, famous for telling me no, they don't want me to have a card. But Lowe's, just keep giving me cards. I'm gonna keep taking them, okay? Because I need to go get my lumber and stuff for my jobs, right? Anyway, just if that ain't the one, go to the next one. Just keep going, right? I'm not saying you need to, get a bunch of inquiries on your account or whatever, but some stuff you can do a pre-qualification and a soft inquiry where it don't hit your credit. And they tell you no, and it never bothers anything, right? So do a lot of pre-quals wherever you can. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes you just got to go around and do it a different way. Every now and then, you knock on the front door, somebody in there, but you got to go around back because they in the yard out back, or they on the back porch. They ain't hear you. Just keep going. Try again. Go around, check it out, see what other places you can enter in. You know what I'm saying. But the other piece was, speaking of credit, did you know that you can use like predictive analysis? Like, okay, so you go apply for business financing, right? Your business made X, Y, and Z last year, but you're in April and you haven't made $1 yet. But based on what your business is capable of making, you can predict that your business is pretty much going to make the same thing again this year. It's just going to happen later in the year, maybe. You can use that predictive income as income when you apply for stuff for your business. Did you also know, I realize most people don't know this, but I was talking to a friend earlier this week, and I was talking about credit cards and applying for something. And she was like, well, my income has changed. I'm like, but your household income, that's different. Do you count that? And she was like, what? So most people don't know this, but you can use household income that you have access to, or income that is deposited into joint accounts that you have access to, as your income when you apply for stuff. You ain't know. I'm here to tell you. Access to, okay? Not how much do you make on your 9 to 5 job. How much do you get from your side hustles? How much do you get in that joint account? Because both of y'all putting into it. How much do you have in the household going towards your bills? You don't put down the amount of the mortgage. You put down your contribution to the mortgage. If both of y'all paying on the mortgage, then your contribution might be half of that. So you got to know your numbers and apply accordingly. That's part of the reason why you're getting some of these denials, because you're not using the right numbers. It's legal. Look it up. Like any company, go in your credit card account right now. So you want to update your income. Look at the little question mark or the little I for information or whatever that comes up, or even the little fine print underneath it, and it will likely say income that you have access to, household income. It like Capital One does it. I think, Capital One. When you change your income on there, it's a little question mark thing, and it explains to you what you can claim as your income. So go do the research. Google it. It'll come up. It ain't a secret. But you just didn't know because you was trying to do the right thing. You assumed that you knew. Keep trying. Keep going. Don't let people deny you your stuff. Go out there and get your stuff. Now, why am I in this frame of mind today? Because, my message yesterday was real heavy, and I'm still of that frame of mind. However, I woke up feeling like knowing and comfortable in the understanding that I still got to keep going and making moves as if I already have my answer. I already have the result that I'm desiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a project that I'm dealing with, and the contractor just did me dirty. Like, I don't know what it is with these contractor types, but the guy who was working on this one particular part of the project for me, he went on vacation. Then I waited a week for him, and he came back, and he still says, "Well, I don't know if I could do that piece. I never did that part before. That fixture is just different. I don't know about that." Why did I wait a week for you to tell me that? I'm so pissed, but the show must go on. So my point is, I have to move forward as if I'm going to get that problem fixed. I'm calling everybody I know who can come do it. It's going to get done between today and tomorrow. It's just going to, because it's got to, right? At the same time, when I'm talking about predictive analysis for your income for business, I myself have to sit here and try to predict how much business I'm going to do between now and a certain date. So I don't sit around just waiting for the projects to come. I put in the work to see if I can attract the projects and go to the places where I think they might be hiding out. And I'll be like, "Hey, got a project?" And then, we get moving. But I have to move as if the money just going to keep coming, because it's got to, right? And because I need it to, right? And because it eventually will. I don't know what day, but I know it's coming. So anytime I write some numbers down, it's going to be based on what I know I could be doing this year, what I'm set up to provide this year. It's about those kind of numbers, not what I see in front of me. Because what's in front of me is deceiving, and it's only right now. So I have to, when I took business back in college, the term is forecasting. You're looking ahead to what you predict what will happen. You know what I'm saying? Based on certain factors of the business, but still, you're looking ahead. That's perfectly legal. You can look ahead and guess what your income will be and use that. It's almost like let's say credit itself. When you apply for a credit account and they give you a limit of $5,000, you predicted you could pay that $5,000 if need be. You ain't gonna use the whole $5,000 at one time, but you predict that I can do that, no problem. You didn't ask for $5,000, but that's what they allowed you. So you predict that you're gonna be able to keep up with that. You don't know. You don't have any facts to support that you could pay that much if needed, right? But you can, and you will. If they gave you a $20,000 limit, that's based on what they predict that you will need. Predictions, man, is based on some information, but not all the information. You know what I'm saying? So keep trying, look ahead, forecast, predict. B, estimate. You don't have to be exact in the finance world. You don't. Anyway, something told me somebody needed to hear that. So keep going, go get your stuff. And yeah. Think about what you expect to make this year or this month or this week. And use that as a guideline for whatever you're trying to get done. Have a good day.